I think we all should try and imagine ourselves out there in a wagon going across the prairie, following our dream. I think we should all try and visualize and conceptualize all of that.
I'm Tom Kraus. I sit on the Board of Trustees for Nebraska Historical Society. I've been interested in history for a while. I marked the Texas Cattle Trail with cement markers across the state and was concerned that those stories aren't being told to the families and the new generations, because families don't seem to sit around the supper table and talk about the old stories, and they got iPods and they got TVs, and those stories are slipping away, and I thought those Texas cattle trails needed to be preserved.
My name is Marvin Stump from Grant. I farm over there, and we have for 3 generations. I have a degree in history, so I've been interested in history for a long time. We just keep trying to learn each day and each generation. Preservation is kind of the name of the game. I think that's our job, that's our duty. The Alkali Station is in our neck of the woods. You know, the Pony Express, the railroad, the Indians. Every part of it is a part of the history of the Alkali Station.
There was a lake there at one time where they could water their animals and feed them up and get some supplies.
Those people, they struggled.
They were hardy.
They were very hardy. I sure appreciate those people.
Alkali Station was up for sale from a family that had had it in their possession since way back when the country was settled. And I was worried about it being preserved and not falling into the wrong hands and commercialized, or put into an irrigation system that would have leveled everything and would have not been preserved for generations to come. Leslie
took a huge step there and purchasing the place, and I just think that was huge. It's a big bet on the future, I think. There's not many of these places left that haven't been marked in one way or another, so.
It's the most well-preserved site on the Oregon Trail.
How many times do you get a chance to get in on a project like this, really? And whatever we do, that's what it's going to be. So it's very, very important what we all decide to do. I know it won't be farmed now. That's a big relief, I assure you. In my lifetime, I'd sure like to see something happen, whatever it may be. What would you consider a success right now, Tom, if we...
Just the fact that they bought it.
That's
preserved.
A huge step.
That's a first step.
That's a huge step, it really is.
We can go from there.
Yeah, you know, I can certainly see something there. I don't know whether it's a big building full of Pete Peters relics here or what, but but Pete's a real big part of this thing. He grew up around here, and he knows more history about it than anyone. It's hard to have a vision of the whole thing. You know, you think some successful would be to have a building there and people come and go. Well, you know, sometimes that's hard to do, but it's pretty close to the interstate, so the new wagon trail, you know, the future's wide open. We have history here that can't be duplicated. So let's preserve it the way it is now. That's what we have to do.
I would like to see it continually be preserved. I think that's a must, and that's the least we can do. Hopefully that it'll be preserved for generations to come.